I'd like to call this meeting to order. Welcome here, everyone. And at this time, I'd like to give the opening to Councillor Damian Penner.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. Today, I want to take the time that I have to talk to all the parents with school-aged children. We made it! Summer has wound down to a close, and we finally get to send the grumbling mini-me's back to school. We survived the late-night bedtimes of just one more episode. That inevitably caused the sleepy-eyed, extra emotional mornings. We survived the water fights in the backyard that somehow ended up creating a bigger mess on the dining room floor and kitchen than in the backyard. And we even survived the persistent sound of the pantry door opening and closing every 10 minutes to help satisfy the hunger that only a child on summer vacation can have. Truly, though, I say this in jest because I love my summers with the children. It has offered a time of connection and attention that we just are not able to have during the busy school year. Children learn academics throughout the school year, and while those are important lessons to help usher a child into adulthood, the summer is a time when children get to interact with adults, learning by example on how to converse, act properly in different social settings, and maybe even get some one-on-one time playing catch in the backyard. To all the parents looking back at summer and wondering, where did it go? I'm right here with you. While summer is supposed to be a time when everything slows down and we get a chance to relax, each summer that passes seems to fly by faster than the one previous, and feels like just as the scent of Canada Day fireworks have dissipated from the air, it's time to start shopping for school lunches. I feel more than just a slight pang of guilt of opportunity missed with how fast this last summer has gone by, but that is an adult emotion, and if you were to ask your kids about all the things they did and enjoyed this summer, you would soon realize that you have impacted your children in ways that you may have never even considered to or appreciated. Parenting is so much more than going out and doing things or spending money on elaborate vacations and expensive camping trips. Parenting is about the day-to-day interactions you have with your child, the morning hug they get every morning when you first see them, the kind words of encouragement you give them when they land that flip on the trampoline that they've been working on all summer, or the home-cooked meal you grilled on the barbecue while you had your family over for a backyard party. These daily intentional interactions you have with your kids is what lays down the foundation of what your children will think is a normal family life as they mature into adulthood. And God willing, they do it better than us when it becomes their turn. So, summer winds down and we transition back into the school year. Know that your children are better today than they were yesterday. They've grown physically and emotionally, and the lessons, regardless of how intentional they may have been taught. Parents, we've done our duty to our children to keep our children alive for the last 2 months, and now it's time to get them to school, give them a loving hug, and say, now go bug your teacher. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Penner. Just want to add a little story to your opening because it's timely. So we had our grandkids today. It was the last day before they start school. And so we're fooling around playing with them, and then they come and say, can we come here the next day we don't have school? And I asked them, what day is that? Well, it's Thursday. So I managed to actually distract them so I didn't have to give them an answer, because I'm getting old, so one day after grandkids, I'm tired. So, but anyways, yes, we had a great summer with our kids and our family, and it's neat to see how fast it goes by, but yes, how it impacts them as well. Thank you. Council, like to, the agenda is in front of us, like a motion to adopt. Councillor Hebert, second by Councillor Siemens. Call for the question. All those in favor? Opposed? That is carried. We have the minutes of August 19th, 2025, the regular council meeting, starting on page 1. We've all had a chance to review. Looking for a motion to approve. Councillor Susan Penner, second by Councillor Penner. Any comments? Call for the question. All those in favor? Opposed? That is carried. Council, is there any business arising from the minutes? Seeing none, we'll move on. It is just a little before 7:35, but I think everyone's here, so we'll go right into the public hearings. We've got 6A. This is Variance V-2025-20. This is referring to 22 Country View Lane. I will close the council meeting, open the public hearing, Mr. Worthing, could you please introduce this file?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Application for variance under file V-2025-20 for 22 Country View Lane is being applied for by Jordan Lowen, the owners of the property being Laverne and Kimberly Papel. Purpose of the variance application is to permit an overall site width of 62 feet, whereas the RR rural residential zone requires a minimum of 100 feet. The applicant is in process of subdividing a single lot off the larger holding, and the proposed residual parcel requires a variance for the overall site width. Notices, as are required under the Planning Act, have been issued. There is no written correspondence on file. This file is related to a previous application for variance council dealt with on August 5th, 2025 under file V-2025-14, which was a variance to vary the site width of the parcel to be created, which is related to this parcel. Due to an oversight by the city, the variance for the residual parcel was omitted from the original public notice, and that is the reason for this hearing. In any event, recommendation from administration is that council approve this application for variance.
Thank you, Mr. Worthing. I see that the applicant is here. Do you wish to speak? No? Okay. Councillor, are there any questions for the applicant? Okay. At this time, I will ask if there's anyone here with comments, questions, or objections to this file. I'll ask one more time. Is there anyone here with comments, questions, or objections to this file? Seeing none, I will close the public hearing, open the council meeting. Council, how would you like to proceed? Councillor Swagstra?
I move to approve.
Second by Councillor Hebert. Go ahead, Councillor.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As was noted, this is related to a previous public hearing that we had back in August, and this is for specifically for the residual parcel, Lot 1 in this case, and the variance is to allow a site width of 62 feet when 100 is the minimum. As is noted in our information provided by staff, the bulk of the residual lot would meet the 100-foot width requirement, but because of the lot's configuration and orientation to the street, the frontage is technically 62 feet. And so our staff are recommending approval. No one from the public is raising any concerns. And again, the overall requirements are met with the exception of the one technicality. So I think it's appropriate to approve.
Anything further, Councillor Hebert?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I did take a run by there and have a look at this property, took a couple of pictures, and I see why the request is for the 62 feet, because the land on the left borders on private property, and so it's not really feasible to go over any further for the division, so I have no problem with this one.
Anything further, Council? Anything in closing? No. Well, Council, I have no challenges or disagreements with this as well. I'll vote in favor. Call for the question. All in favor? Opposed? That is carried. Okay, Council, I think we shall go right into 9B. That is the other parcel that was we had the public hearing for at the beginning of August, and so I think we'll go straight into variance 2025-14. This is referring to the other property that was subdivided off of this, the 22 Country View Lane resolution. We've had the public hearing on that, so now we just need a resolution. Council, looking for a motion on this property. Councillor Swagstra.
Make the motion to approve.
Second by Councillor Penner. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. My explanation on this one is virtually identical to the other one. And again, our staff have not identified any concerns, and there's no one who's objecting. So I think it's appropriate that we approve the variance.
Anything further, Councillor Penner? No. Anything closing?
No.
I will call for the question. All those in favor? Opposed? That is carried. Thank you, Council. We'll move down to 6B. This is the Conditional Use CU-2025-04. This is referring to 321 Elmdale Street. I will close the council meeting, open the public hearing. Mr. Worthing, could you please introduce this?
Thank you again, Mr. Mayor. Conditional use file 2025-04 for 321, 353, and 357 Elmdale Street is being applied for by Southeast Events Group, with the owner of the property being the city of Steinbach. Purpose of the conditional use application is to permit sponsorship signs to be installed on light poles located on the subject parcels. And in accordance with city zoning bylaw 2100, any accessory sign that advertises a business or service not available at the location of the sign is considered a conditional use and requires council approval. Notices, as are required under the Planning Act, have been issued. There is no written correspondence on file. There are 2 sketches attached in the council's information package showing both the locations of the proposed sponsorship banners, as well as the mock-up of what a typical sponsorship banner would look like, which includes parking lot number identification along with the actual corporate sponsor name and logo. With respect to this application, administration does not feel that there would be any negative impacts on the neighborhood or upon the neighboring properties and recommends council approval of the application.
Thank you, Mr. Worthing. Is the applicant present today? Would you like to speak? You don't have to, okay. Councillor, any questions for the applicant? Okay. At this time, I will ask if there is anyone here with comments, questions, or objections to this file. Okay, seeing none, but I will ask one more time. Is there anyone with comments, questions, or objections to this file? Okay, seeing none, I will close the public hearing, open the council meeting. Council, how would you like to proceed? Councillor Siemens,
Motion to approve.
second by Councillor Penner. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is a request for banners at the Southeast Event Center. As people are aware, that is a third party, the Southeast Event Center Group. We have contracted with them to maintain and run the place, as well as sell the advertising and the operations costs. This is another area that they can gain some funding in selling off banners in the parking lots on different poles. And I think it would be appropriate to allow them to do that.
Thank you. Anything further, Councillor Penner?
No, thank you.
Anything further of council? Anything in closing? Call for the question. All those in favor? Opposed? That is carried. Thank you. Council will go to 9A, this accounts payable, back of the book. We've all had a chance to review, looking for a motion to approve. Councillor Penner, second by Councillor Hebert. Any comments? Call for the question. All those in favor? Opposed? That is carried. And we've got 9C, this is accounts receivable, transfer to taxes. Council, this is just basically housekeeping, something we do once in a while. These are unpaid invoices that we're putting onto the tax roll, transfer to taxes. Looking for a motion to approve. Councillor Hebert, second by Councillor Penner. Any comments?
No comments, thank you.
Anything further?
Nope.
Call for the question. All those in favor? Opposed? That is carried. Are there any questions of council? Okay, seeing none. Move on to correspondence petitions. We've got 11A, Seine, Roseau, Watershed District minutes of June 17 and July 17, 2025. Council, would you like to proceed? Take us information. Okay. And we've got 11B. This is also Seine, Roseau, Watershed District. This is the summer newsletter. Council, any comments on that? Take as information. Okay. There's no other business. Looking for a motion to adjourn. Councillor Penner, second by Councillor Siemens. Call for the question. All those in favor? Opposed? That is carried. Next regular council meeting, Tuesday, September 16th, 2025, 7.